Hello everyone. Good morning. Today we're on the topic 3 of the day 3rd of the series, the 21 ways to stop procrastinating. So let's get started with this chapter right now. Apply the 80-20 rule to everything. We always have the time enough if we will but use it right. The 80-20 rule is one of the most helpful of all concepts of time and the life management. It is also called the Pareto principle, after the Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto, who wrote first about it in 1895. Pareto noticed the people in his society seem to be divided naturally in what he called the vital few, the top 20% in terms of money and influence, and the travel money, the bottom 80%. He later discovered that virtually all economic activity was subject to this principle as well. For example, this principle says that 20% of your activities will account for 80% of your results. 20% of your customers will account for 80% of your sales. 20% of your products or services will account for 80% of your profits. 20% of your tasks will account for 80% of the value of what you do, and so on. This means that if you have a list of 10 items to do, 2 of those items will turn out to be worth much more than the other 8 items put together. Number of tasks versus importance of tasks. Here is an interesting discovery. Each of the 10 tasks may take the same amount of time to accomplish, but 1 or 2 of those tasks will contribute 5 or 10 times the value of any of the others. Often, a single task can be worth more than all the other 9 items put together. This task is invariably the frog that you should eat first. Can you guess on which item the average person is most likely to procrastinate? The sad fact the sad fact is that most people procrastinate on the top 10 or 20% of items that are the most valuable and important, the vital few. They busy themselves instead with the least important 80%, the travel money that contribute very little to results. Focus on activities, not accomplishments. You often see people who appear to be busy all day long, but seem to accomplish very little. This is almost always because they are busy working on tasks that are of low value, while they are procrastinating on the 1 or 2 activities that, if they completed them quickly and well, could make a real difference to their companies and their careers. The most valuable tasks you can do each day are often the hardest and the most complex. But the payoff and rewards for completing these tasks efficiently can be tremendous. For this reason, you must adamantly refuse to work on tasks in the bottom 80%, while you still have tasks in the 20% left to be done. Before you begin work, always ask yourself, is this task in the 20% or 80%? So please remember the rule. Resist the temptation to clear up small things first. Remember, whatever you choose to do over and over eventually becomes a habit that is hard to break. If you choose to start a day working on low value tasks, you will soon develop the habit of always starting working on low value tasks. This is not the kind of habit you want to develop or keep. Low value tasks are like rabbits. They multiply continually. You never get caught up. The hardest part of any important task is getting started on it in the first place. Once you actually begin work on a valuable task, you will be naturally motivated to continue. A part of your mind loves to be busy working on significant tasks that can really make a difference. Your job is to feed the part of your mind continually. Motivate yourself. Just thinking about starting and finishing an important task motivates you and help you overcome procrastination. The fact is, the time required to complete an important job is often the same as the time required to do an unimportant job. The difference is that you get a tremendous feeling of pride and satisfaction from completing something valuable and significant. However, when you complete a job valued task using the same amount of the time and energy, you get little or no satisfaction. The time management is really life management, personal management. It is really taking control of the sequence of events. Time management is taking control over what you do next. And you're always free to choose the task you will do the next. Your ability to choose between the important and unimportant is the key determinant of your success in the life and work. Effective, productive people discipline themselves to start on the most important task that is before them. They force themselves to eat the frog, whatever it is. As a result, they accomplish vastly more than the average person, are much happier as a result. This should be your way of working as well. So, guys, please make a list all the key goals, activities, projects, and responsibilities in your life today. Which of them are or could be in the top in the top 20 or 20%, in the top 10 or 20% of tasks that represent or could represent 80 or 90% of your results. Resolve today that you are gonna spend more and more of your time working in those few areas that can really make a difference in your life and career, and spend less and less time on lower value activities. So, guys, this was the chapter 3 for today. So I hope you have really enjoyed this conversation, this my video. So please always keep coming back to the channel whenever you get any new videos. So I always request you subscribe my channel so that you don't miss any video when I upload. It should come first to you when you also please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button below. And we will meet the next day tomorrow. Until then, stay happy, stay wealthy, and keep smiling. Bye.